Welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever with me, Vapor. Okay, every time I do that little bit of an intro, I always wonder, can I do it differently? So I'm going from high to low, just to shake it up a bit. Okay, what are we going to do in this episode? Well, first and foremost, we're going to follow Train 3. Because Train 3 is going to take us exactly where we want to go. So what we're going to do, I have to think there, my brain stalled for a second. We need to supply food to Night Ghost. Is it Night Ghost Town we called it? It is. So the food factory's here, so we need to run a line to this track here. We need to add another train from this farm, I think it's probably Krutov farm, down to this Saulo food factory as well. We've got the train chugging along here. But as you can see, there's plenty more to be done. And as we're going to be taking food elsewhere to here, because we really need to build Night Ghost Town up so people will want to commute. There is people commuting now. Let's have a quick look. So the things that are losing me money at the moment are mainly to do with construction. And it's something I'm kind of ignoring at the moment because there's money to be had elsewhere. What else is losing money? Well, these two are brand new lines that I've just put in. Like little commuter services. One is here in Etherville, and the other one is in Night Ghost Town, just to bring people to the station. That's goods as well. Okay, so I've tweaked the road here. Well, I have technically tweaked the road. I've put a bridge in, and you can see the original path of the railway was kind of snaking a little bit too much. So I've straightened it up a little bit because Bonehead here, to coin somebody else's phrase, didn't realise that when you're dragging the track out, that little 75 you can see is the maximum speed for that section. So I didn't realise that when I'm swooping everywhere, look, see, it drops the speed to 25. So that's a good pointer. If you didn't know that, it's a really good thing to keep an eye out for. Wow, it's making me quite a lot of money. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to electrify this line. We're actually going to put in our first electric train. So we need to click on the upgrade. Electrification. Sounds like punishment. Yikes. That caused quite a bit of lag. I think it's where it's lighting up the town to let me know where it's actually going to pick up. Apparently there was an update today. And one of the things they upgraded was the ability to see the catchment areas a little bit better. So yeah, there is that. But if that's what's causing my insane lag here, then I'm not really interested. I can see I've electrified the other line here a little bit as well. Can I? Yeah, I can take it off. Make sure we've done that right. Cool. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Right, too much. Part of the reason why I'm electrifying the line is because of that. So if we get away from that city and do this. Now, this will be interesting. Because I know as the year changed, I've got the game paused, let's unpause it. Yeah, as the year changed, it did actually give me, I knew that would come up, okay, somewhere. Oh man, it's gonna play silly beggars with me. It's complaining about the track next to it. Let's see if we can. I might have to, let me pause the game. I might have to remove the track first. Let's do that. Sometimes, oh, it's actually raising it, isn't it? Probably do with lowering it a little bit. But we're going to replace the track instantaneously with electrified lines anyway, so... See, that's going to slow right down there, isn't it? Oh, come on. Click the right bit. Yeah, it's not a sharp turn. Construction not possible. Ah. Try it again. There we go. So yeah, it will slow down slightly there. It's not too bad though. We can live with that. Okay, make sure we do this. And the good thing is, it actually tells me where I've not done. So obviously it's red where it's not been done, which is quite useful. Because it'd be easy to kind of miss a piece of track otherwise. So this is the first part of our little project here. And as you can see, I'm going to pause the game again. I've got money, so nothing's a problem at the moment. Albeit I think I'm playing on easy. I can't remember when, because I restarted on this new map, didn't I? And I can't remember if I put it on medium or not. But I think when we do another series, and we will do another series, I think we will try it on medium. Okay, job done. So the only thing we need that I've not done, and I know there's one at the end of the line, is to put a depot in, which we can possibly just sneak on the end here for the time being, like so. We put the signals in, didn't we? Most certainly did. So if I remember rightly, going back is that way. So we will need to put some more lights in. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy our first electric train. So two things we need to do. We need to locate the current train. There it is. So let's have a look how much it's costing me. So it's costing me 1.16 million a year to run. And what train are we using? We're using this one. So that's 90 miles per hour, but it's not going any quicker than, is it 70? Just around 75, I think it maxes out at. So it's not making that 90. It's costing me 851,000 a year. So when we scroll right to the bottom, this is the new train. So it's going to cost 1.5 million a year, so a little bit more expensive. Bearing in mind that this actually comes with some passenger carriages built into it. Maximum speed of 78, so it'll be a little bit quicker. And if we read this, it actually accelerates quicker. It takes the old train a good distance to actually get going. We'll send him to the depot as soon as he unloads. Oh no, he's picking people up. There we go. Yeah, so I think it probably gets to about 75 here, so it takes a long time. And this holds 64, and my current train holds 40. So it seems like a no-brainer. So we're going to buy one of these. We're going to set it online. Did we name the line? Now there's a question. I don't think we did. Oh, here we go. It'll let me know it's this one. So we'll set. Let me pause the game. I want to see this come out of the station because this is our first electric train. It's got a nice little horn. I should have changed the colour actually. I didn't think about that. Let's follow this. This is awesome. Oh, you can actually see the old driver in there. This game is just fantastic. I absolutely love it. So we're going to stop here. Wow, there's loads of people waiting. Ghost Town's building up. All these houses along here are new. All of them here are definitely new. Ah, first electric train arrived. So that's an achievement for Steam, I'm guessing. So we got 56 of 64. We will add another train to this line eventually. So let's see how long it takes it to speed up. It's taking its sweet old time. But it is going uphill. There is that. I like the noise it's making. I think you can actually click on the people inside these sometimes. Well, don't do it that way. Let's go down the trippy tunnel. No, I can't do that. That really hurts my eyes. We'll watch it this way. So we definitely need to add at least... Well, it definitely needs another one train, but it's probably going to need 4 trains running this. to make it actually worthwhile, let's just speed it up a little bit. So it's now gone its maximum speed. Oh, look at that. No smoke. Beautiful. It's going to slow down a little bit here, just to come around that bend. But it's soon picking up the speed that I lost. Very nice. I might have to replace all these old steam engines with the electric. Oh, end of the year. What have you got? Oh my god, another Mirage. This is the Mirage. So what? What's the difference? I've just spent all that money on a new train. Let's just skip this a minute. We might have to swap it instantly. Let's have a look. So this one is here. Where's the other one? What the heck? Was the other one a tram or something? Huh. Well, that's got me. I don't see it. Fine, Scotsman. Multiple units. Odd, isn't it? Maybe it was a tram. Okay, so that's, I didn't actually see how much money that made, but it's picked up 37 to go the other way. We've got a lot of people coming out. So here's one of our bus stops. It's going to unload and pick up a few people. We've got a few stations dotted around town. It literally, if we look at the town, so most of the residential areas here, so it's most people will probably walk home, but for anyone that's coming in and go into like the shopping or working area, the bus will take them here quite nicely. It'll also pick up and drop off people in the residential area that's over there. So I think that's not a bad little route. My goodness, how many people are waiting? How many is this hold? I forgot. 100. So there's still 69 people waiting. Did I add a second train to this line? I think I did, didn't I? Where is it? Yep, there it goes. That's full. That one is not far off being full. That blinking light is really annoying me. I don't know if I pointed out the reason why it's still blinking. It's this little thing here. So they're basically saying that the travel time is 80 seconds, but they want it to be 53 seconds. So yeah, they can just go away. There's so many different ways for them to get there, so I'm just going to ignore it. To my knowledge, it doesn't affect anything, so yeah, we will just leave it as is. Oh, there we go. So it took 700,000. Yikes, that is a lot of money. So I think what we need to do is we need to add another. Did I not get rid of that train? Did I delete the old one? Have I set it back out again? Well, that's a bit stupid, isn't it? Go back to the depot. Don't really mind which one you go to, but go to one anyway. Right, so that's already highlighting a problem that we have here, and that will be signals. So every so often we just need to add a couple in. God, the smoke, go away. It's too much. Just to give them the ability to continue moving. Like so. Might put another one here. We might need to put them closer together, but we'll figure that out over time. And one here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stick another train on this line. Because that really makes sense now. Now we know how much money it can make. And it's not even running at full capacity yet. This is only the first part of this system anyway, because we've got to go over to Ramblington as well. So this is just like the first connection. So when you think about it, there's the possibilities here. I mean, Cathy did ask me why I've not actually put any planes in yet. I suppose, you know, that is an option. Just not an option we're going to use yet. So buy a train. Scroll down to the Mirage, we'll buy one of you, and we'll set you on this lovely turquoise line. Now the problem is, we've got to wait for the old smoke to come back in. Here it comes. Let's just speed that up. Get rid of that one. God, is this one here already? Wasn't expecting that to happen so quick. Can we click on the other train? It's in here somewhere, hiding. There it is. If we stop you for a second. Are you waiting for a clear? Tell you to go back to the depot. Turn around. Anything? Are you now free to go? What could you possibly be waiting for? Why have you gone back the opposite direction? That's ridiculous. I guess it saw a free route and it's gone that way. Oh no, maybe I've balked the signals, haven't I? Yeah, I've done something to the signals. That's me. I will let it off. Let's wait for that one to leave. There you go, and then you should go in. Thank you very much. Like so. And we'll wait for that one to get to say here, and then we'll let the other one go. So we're going to sell you. You are going to go on this line, which we now need to fix. A little bit further. Doing nicely. Right, so what have we done here? Slow the game down. I've obviously put one of the signals in the wrong way around. Question is, which one is it? Okay, they look fine. Looks fine too. We'll keep this open because once we tweak it... Yeah, okay, I don't know what the issue was with that. It was working fine before, and I've gone along, replaced all the signals. The only thing I've done is adjusted the track here and took this piece away. I can leave that piece in there. It doesn't seemingly bother it. But I've took it away for now anyway, so now it's back to working properly, although it's costing me a fortune. Now, I think both trains are near each other. That's the only problem I have right now. There comes one, which is full. And this one is not full yet. Now it does seem to be waiting. Hopefully it's not trapped out a signal or something stupid, is it? No. It does have the ability to leave. Excellent. So yeah, we will need to put more on there as time goes by. So we've got plenty of people waiting. That's cool. Let's just quickly have a look. So apart from that, everything else is looking quite peachy. So we need to think about getting food over here, and also adjusting this line. I might switch this to a diesel train as well. Let me start down this end. So if we come into here, we don't need all this fun. Can I delete this without causing any mayhem? Yes. Excellent. So if we drag a line out here, if it'll allow me to, it has. And follow this around. Apparently there's a new snap to straight for the roads and the rail. Because it tends to... Oh, it has. Yeah, it's going straight. It used to curve like a crazy thing. So until you get near anything, that'll be quite useful for building roads, because they do have a bit of a life of their own. Oh, we're going to have some issues here. Actually, I shouldn't have the itineraries on. Never mind. Turn them off. It's not going to allow me to do it anyway, so let's just put that there. We will come back and adjust the bridge. I think the catenary's default as being on once you get past a certain time, probably because most trains will be electric. Okay, so now signals, let's just see what route this is taking currently. Yep. Oh, it's because you've left a gap. Pause the game. Let's just try this lovely bridge. These people must be getting really annoyed with me. And we will put a bridge in here. Fantastic. Just need to squash that little piece there. Yeah, we need to replace it with a road. That would be a better course of action. You're going to be funny now because I want to build a bridge over this. If we can use this, can't we? Yeah. Ooh, that's god awful. What on earth was it trying to do there? That looks terrible. Why is it doing it like that? We're going to have to tackle this a slightly different way, I fear. So if we straighten or flatten, let's get rid of these. These are lovely mountains here. Call them mountains, they're not really, are they? Cost me some serious money. Well, hopefully, it's not perfect. If I've done that right. It's all about keeping the same kind of distance either side, I think. Yep, that's not working. Can we go with that? We'll go with that one. I think that will do it. Connect them back up. Because we don't want that old thing flashing up the top again for any other blooming problems that we're causing. Okay, so we're here. That has a light there. I'm guessing if I put one there. No? Which way? Did they like to default the left or the right? I never remember. Let me just double check what we've got up here. Need one. One there. So you're going to go in that way. Come back that way, right? Oh, no. Why you no play nice? It's definitely connected because that's all green. It wasn't on that line before. Come down here. Signal. Okay, if we put you there. So this is the line they're coming back on. Aha! Gotcha. Just took it a little while to catch up. See, he's trying to confuse me, which is not difficult, unfortunately. So which side did we have these on? Let me double check. So the go one is that side. Okay, so go. Stop. I'm just going to put a few more of these in case the trains catch up with each other. Like so. And then the next step will be to replace that train with a diesel. Or should I say 2 trains, because that's the direction we're heading. I might even add cattle to this line as well over a bit of time. Right, and we also need, not too sure how we're going to work it. It's going to involve some interesting track complexities of getting a train through here, because I don't want to take any of these fields out. Now, I have a horrible feeling when I go to upgrade this, it's going to go, sorry Mr. Vapor, you can't be doing that. So let's just remove that road for now. 2 of them, catenaries, well at least we know we can put them in. Yep, we'll take that, and it's wiped out all the food that was in there, which is a tad annoying. Okay, you don't want to let me build it from there. That's fine, I don't mind, you know. If you want to make my life difficult, that's fine. Please continue. It's not snapping to straight, real, is it? What happens if I hold shift? No. Ooh, That was a horrible piece of road. Bingo. So we've got that. In fact, woo, in and out. If we actually change this slightly, yeah, like so. And after all my hard work, if we actually, this line needs to be connecting to this. Or should I say that line? Wow, that took a huge chunk out. So that one needs to be going in there. So that's going to slow them down kind of towards the end of the route. But it's not too bad. Put the signals back on, put my routes back on. So we need that one there. Ooh, no, I can't remember which way they were going. Is it that? It appears to be. It's not broken anything, thankfully. Which then means we can bring this good chap out here. Actually, where are we going? We're going there, aren't we? It might make more sense to give it more of a steep curve just coming out of here. There we go. And we're going to need something similar here as well for the queuing system to get into the station, so to speak. And we'll put this in now while we remember. And the same kind of thing is going to have to happen here. Right, so we know exactly what we're doing there, or do we? You never quite know what's going to happen. Right, so... oh goodness, I forgot. The train isn't actually going from there, is it? It's going to go from here. Fiddlesticks. Although you could use this... this needs to go straight. Oh, ignore me. I'll deal with that later. I'll probably use it for something. Like making oil. There's probably plastic. Oh, is it plastics? Yeah, this one here. So that might actually come in useful for that later on. So, no problem. So what do we need? We need to buy a train. We're probably going to go with, let's have a look, 75 miles an hour, 87 miles an hour. Okay, so what's the difference between you two? You're very powerful. Probably going to accelerate a little bit quicker, but you're going to cost me twice as much. Let's change the colour. Let's go for blue. Let's do... is that electric? Eee, it is as well. No, we're going to go for that because I don't want to put electric in just yet. Although I know I started to do it here, so let's buy 2 of those. How many grain hoppers were we putting on this fine chap? Is it 4? 5. So we will do... is this grain? Oh no. Some of these have changed, you see now. Grain, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's not 5 anyway. Yeah, we can double click. Learn something new every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on now. Don't be awkward. Perfect. And you're going to be... did I even name this line? I think it was the green one, wasn't it? Yep. Okay, perfect. Which means you are going to be retired. I should have let it unload first in hindsight. Now that's probably going to ramp up the production of this place. It's got 140 products stored, but they're not in the station yet. Here we go. Wow. That is a bold shade of blue. That's crazy. We'll sell you. That's insane. If you zoom out, it turns red as well. That's the funny thing. Until you get closer. Damn. I did build 2 of those things, right? Where's the other one hiding? Oh, there it comes. Excellent. So how fast are you going to go? Because the other one could only go 75. And I can't remember if you were faster or not. Let's have a look. I'm assuming its acceleration is going to be quicker anyway. 75 is your maximum. That's fine. So what are we going to get from here? Not quite a full load. Oh, Boeing 737. We really must have a look at planes at some point. Nope, we're full. I want to see how much money it makes. Is there enough up there? No, not quite. Oh my god, slow down. I'll catch you. Let's see how much we get. It's a gorgeous train. 68 million. I need to do some spending. What are you going to do for me? I can take that. 7.74 million. 2 trips, you're going to cover your running costs, isn't it? So that's not too bad. That's not producing. Oh, it's close to its limit. It'll probably expand at some point now. Let's do something with all these smoky trains. How are my electric trains doing? Let's have a quick look. We need to actually name them. 1.36 million. So they're actually doing something for us. Fantastic. How many people are waiting here? 6? Oh, aha, we got one here. Are you full? Nope. Neither are you. Probably going to take a little bit of time for it to kind of balance out. There's plenty of people over here. Probably need to upgrade the trains that are coming through here to electric as well. What are these holding? 100. I think that's probably the next thing to do. Oh my goodness. What's going on here? 41 people. Where are my buses? There's 1, 2, 3. We need to add a couple more buses, I think. So we will chuck in another 2. And is it kind of a pink line, isn't it? I need to name that one as well. There we go. That might help that out a little bit. Well, what can I say? There's a lot of green going on in there. It's very nice. Still got a lot of things to tackle. Look how big Salo has become. It's absolutely insane. This has served me well. This is probably the line that's actually allowed me to do everything that I'm doing. So my biggest tip to you guys is passengers. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's definitely the way forward. Because it's making me so much money. I was going to say, okay, maybe not. It's the wrong one. Where is it? 4.27 million. In fact, Salo to Etherville is making more. Insane. Absolutely insane. My electric trains are just about making money. It's about providing what they need in every location. And we can see a few people waiting over there. There's currently 23 people on the train. Is this coming in? Yep. Let's get 25. Let's see what it gets for 25. I've actually done a little bit of decoration. I've got a bus depot that we're not using yet and some trees. I've had a little play around. 225k, it's not too bad. So running cost is 624k so far, but you've made 1.1 million. It's not too shabby, is it? I don't think we can complain at that. You still moaning? Yep, yes you are. I think that is a good spot to leave this episode. I really do need to hook up that food factory to Night Ghost Town. Be interesting to see how well it does. I think we will add on here though livestock. I might even do it here as well. Where's that other line gone? Here. Just to keep things flowing, I think. And it'll just give us a little bit more money. So we might give that a try and see. But I think that's a good spot to leave this episode. So until next time, as always, take care.